Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can hear me. Great. Great, great, great. Well, today is room for celebration, right? Turns out that Prince Harry has won yet another court victory, meaning that the case can proceed, right? Matter of fact, let me get my slide together. And in the meantime, let me say hello to a few people. Like Legs is here, Adrian Burrow is here. Uh, um, Connie Balmer. Hello, Connie Balmer. Teslin Dawkins is here. Judy Rigo, Pat Pointer, Kenetha Ash, Rochelle Baldreau, Diane Hawkins, Mercedes Todd, Myra V, Veronica Quick, hello. And Yvonne Clark is here. Joan Commonwealther, CP, uh, humorous TikTok. Wow, okay, gotta check that out. Who else? Eleanor Patterson. Hello, Eleanor Patterson. Lorna Williams is here. Hi, Lorna. Thanks for being here. Favi Barron is here. And Sonia H. Novi D. Okay. Joan Garcia. Hi. Wow, a lot of members. That is very cool. All right, let me scroll back in the other direction. All right. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Let's see. Janine Bell, hi. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little scroll, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. All right, I think we're good. All right, so there we have it. Finally, there we go. So Prince Harry wins High Court challenge against Home Office over UK security arrangements. And of course, Harper's Bazaar was very quick to write about this as well. Omid Scobie posted it first on his Twitter. And then, of course, because he also still works at Harper's Bazaar as a contributor to ABC News, I suppose he's still doing that. Of course, he's wearing another hat because he's on YouTube. So, very busy young man. And I'm glad too, because he deserves to stay busy. Okay, and with that, as a matter of fact, why don't I just go and look at the Harper's Bazaar article? Oh, wait, did I do that? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Let me get out of that to this. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Oh, this is so cool. It's like what. Okay. All right. Let me get away from that before I start looking at something I shouldn't. Uh, Omid, where are you? Okay, my computer is being just a little slow. All right, come on. Oh, by the way, happy Friday, everybody. It is Friday, right? TGIF. Almost forgot. Friday. Okay, so there's Omid. And if it's Friday, that means tomorrow is Saturday. And if it's Saturday, if you can hear me, Celebitchy, please make sure you guys post a video tomorrow because I'm sure they have a lot to say. And Celebitchy is one of my guilty pleasures in life. I love Celebitchy. If they have you know what, tomorrow I'll make sure I put a link for them because if you haven't enjoyed Celebitchy, oh, do you? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he's really been on the ball lately. I'm so glad for that. Annie Bullet wants to say hello, you guys. Uh, yeah, We need Omen to do his thing. Okay, so Prince Harry allowed to challenge UK government over security plan. The Duke of Sussex is bringing legal action over Home Office decision not to allow him to pay for police protection while in the United Kingdom. And if you guys remember, one of the Queen's men in gray suits henchmen people, he was allowed to have input as to whether or not Harry was able to do that. And he used undue influence, I believe is the right word, to prevent or block Harry from paying paying his way. That's what's so insane about this is that you're trying to block him from paying his way. Who does that, right? Except someone who just has a very dark heart. So Prince Harry has won his bid to bring part of the High Court claim against the British Home Office over security arrangement while in the United Kingdom. In a judgment today, the High Court judge, Mr. Justice Swift, said the case could proceed, granting permission for part of Harry's claim to have a judicial review. Swift said the application for permission to apply for judicial review is allowed in part and refused in part. Not sure what that means, but okay. I mean, it probably means exactly as it says. Not every bit and piece of it will be allowed to be reviewed. Some of that will be refused, but I think the good bits are the ones that will proceed and move forward. So, win-win for Harry again. Harry is bringing legal action over a decision from the government not to allow him to pay for police protection for himself and his family when they are in the United Kingdom. At a preliminary hearing, his lawyers sought permission for a full judicial review of the Home Office decision. The Duke of Sussex is now challenging February 2020 decision of the executive. Oh, February 2020. So they went to that thing at the Westminster Abbey in March of 2020. So before that happened, this happened, right? Before that happened, the refusal to allow him to pay his way. And so at that time, Harry must have been very secure in that he was going to have a very prosperous future if he was willing to pay for his security at that time, which, it's not like it's around the clock all year long. It's just throughout the visits, right? So at a primary here, the thing that really gets me though is that to say something is impossible. Oh, the Met Police are not for hire. The Royal Protection Officers are not for hire. Everything is impossible until it's possible. And so to just have this sweeping decision that it's not possible, let me tell you, as a person of color, I've experienced that my whole life where things are possible for other people, like Prince Charles was able to do it for Camilla. But then when I show up, then all of a sudden, we don't do that. We don't do that. We ain't never do that. And then you have to go through all the trouble like Prince Harry is going through right now. I tell you, when they have referred to him as light skinned Harry, I don't know. I think that's very appropriate. I forgot which comedian called him light skinned Harry, but I'm starting to understand that because every time he wants to do stuff, things change. I mean, of course, he'll never be a person of color, but he's being treated like that in some abstract way rather. Let's see here. Hello, Teo Sokani. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Friday to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So anyway, I was talking about light skinned Harry. If the monarchy was some kind of family, they could step in, but all they are doing is showing the world they are corrupt. They are corrupt. Yeah, exactly. It reeks of corruption. It absolutely does. Susie Q, how are you today? Thank you for being here. Sonia Johnson says they did the same thing to Princess Diana after her death. The talk was if she did not stop having what is that, RP? What is RP? Then this would not have happened. RP. Uh what is RP? Oh boy, I'm going into brain lock. I'm so sorry. I'm not getting that. Respiratory therapy, um, royal protection. Oh, she did not stop having royal protection. Okay, got it. Oh man, that was scary, wasn't it? Oh man, respiratory therapy. Oh, okay. Hey, B10 pal. And there are some dense people who are saying Prince Harry wants the taxpayers to pay. Some people are so dense that simple language doesn't reach them. Frustrating. Isn't it though? Isn't it though? I mean, like when people keep saying, but they're not royal anymore. Where did you, I mean, it, where is that coming from? There is no way. There's absolutely no way that Prince Harry is not royal. Let me tell you, derangers, if you all are listening, listen closely, derangers. I hope you guys can hear me. Even if tomorrow there was no legal rights for the British royal family, they will always be royal. The French royals may have been deposed or kicked out or exiled at some point, but they were still royal. Philip was the Prince of Greece and what is it, Denmark, and he had to give that up so that he could marry Lizzie. But even if he didn't, he will still have been Prince Philip. That does not go away, and as long as the Duchess of Sussex is the Duchess of Sussex or Prince Henry of Wales, she will always be royal. That's the rest of her life now. Her children are always going to be royal. Their children, rather. That does not go away. That stays. So, whatever you guys think, stop saying they're not royal. Stop saying these stupid, wacky, like conspiracy theory things. Just because you say it doesn't make it true. Just because you speak it doesn't mean it's going to happen. That is a constant. Just as you are the person that you were born as, so is Prince Harry. He's always going to be. That's his name, Prince Harry. He has a whole bunch of names. But first and foremost, he's known to the world as Prince Harry. That's not going to change. So the Rangers, I don't know, stop sniffing or inhaling or sipping whatever it is you're sipping. You're not going to change who he is. That is a family unit, right? Unless the Duchess of Sussex changes her, situation drastically, that's who she is for life. Period. Get used to it. That is Princess Meghan. Princess Meghan. Oh man. I don't know. I just love doing that. The derangers are just so easy. It is just so easy to mess with their heads. And the thing is, you don't have to lie. You don't have to make up stuff. You just tell the truth. Tell the truth. And they can't take it. Now, how did I come up with this? Okay, tell you what. Google it if you like. Princess Meghan. She's a princess. Or you can just take it from the other famous Duchess who signed her birth certificate, or well, her children's birth certificate, and listed her occupation as Princess of the Realm. Okay? None of that changes. Even if they try to go and tinker around with it, if Charles thinks he's going to create some kind of patent or something like that, we all know what the truth is. We all know what the truth is. And if Charles wants to set a bad precedent, let him go ahead. He'll be shooting himself in the foot. A probably puffy foot at that, but he'll be shooting himself in the foot. Okay, so I got that out of my system. Boy, I feel so much better right now. Um, let's see, what is that? Beatrice and Eugenie both work outside of the royal family, were involved in various charities, and as non-working royals have never been questioned in terms of being members of the royal family. If I can say it like Dan Wooden, the royal family. They are members of the royal family. Hello, Elaine Parker. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being a member. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you for being a part of the family. As a matter of fact, I don't think we properly celebrated today, have we? We didn't properly celebrate. There's only one way to celebrate yet another victory for Prince Harry. Another way to celebrate. And of course, a victory for him is a victory for us all as we get an opportunity to be on the right side of history again. So, uh, if you guys remember this one, don't you? Hello, Ivy here. Here, Ivy, girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Janelle's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, okay, now I feel like we have celebrated properly. I'm going to have to do one of those for Harry, obviously, because why? He just keeps winning and winning and winning. And there just seems to be nothing they could do about it. Why? Because God is on his side. God is on the side of the righteous. That's why he keeps winning. Yes, that is why. Let me see. Prince Harry is still in the line of succession. Number 6, Archie is number 7, and Lily is number 8. Yes, yes, that is so true. And no matter what they say, and that's why it's so stupid when they say, but they're not royal anymore. I mean, you guys should see some of the comments. And thank you, Mod Squad, for ripping and lifting those ridiculous comments away from the comments section. But it is just insane. Speaking of insane, I got to share this with you guys. I got to share this with you. Um, I usually redact the information from the nasty comments that this one, I don't think the Mod Squad saw it because if you guys post something and it doesn't show up, it may not be that someone has blocked it or lifted it or removed it or whatever. There's a portion which is called potentially inappropriate. And depending on certain words that you use in the comments, you may not see your comment. And then I have to go and look into the, comments on the content creators page, and it'll say, it lists all the things that the YouTube algorithm said, no way, that's not good, potentially inappropriate. So this person who, you know what's so funny about this? I looked at their YouTube to see when their account was created. and their account was created on January the 6th. This year, January the 6th, which lets you know this is probably a MAGA person. January the 6th, they created this account. And by the way, most of the haters are usually MAGA people. So it says, whoever whoever woman is narrating this video is stupid, money orientated moron. Shame on you, old bag. Okay, number one, I'm not an old bag. All right. So, uh, and number two, I am not transitioning. Okay, let me start over again. Whoever, whoever they, it's a little grammatical error there. It says whoever woman is narrating this video is stupid, money orientated moron. Um, Shame on you, old bag. And I feel sorry for your children. Well, actually, put sorry for you, children. People should teach children. Uh, it's compassion. Okay, I think they spelled it right. Compassion, honesty, loyalty. Not what people wearing. Not what people are wearing, but just not what people wearing. It says Meghan, chronic liar who betrayed two families, ex-husband, friends, glued eyes of the classmates, glued eyes of classmates. See how they make up stuff? But in Valentino, $15,000 suit and $500,000 jewels. And she bought one bouquet of flowers for 19 victims in Texas. Catherine, who is a mother of three, loyal to royal family, husband, her own family, and country, wears recycled $1,500 coat. You know, if you're going to try to put somebody in their place, don't tell us that the coat was $1,500. I could go look at my whole wardrobe and I couldn't find $1,500. Okay, and donated 1,000. No, I'm sorry, 100. Oh, no, no. It says donated 1,200,000 to Children's Hospital. Catherine donated $1,200,000 to a children's hospital. Catherine the Great donated, I'm sorry, not dollars, pounds, 1,200,000 pounds to a children's hospital. And then they finished by saying, who let this woman talk about this subject? Okay, so she figured it out. I am the Duchess of Sussex, and right now I am wearing a pencil skirt. I have on those whatever Bolano stilettos, right? A big belt, and of course, no, I'm wearing some Bermuda shorts right now. That's what I'm wearing. But anyway, so this person, she obviously wanted to confront the woman who is the voice behind Royal Sussex. So anyway, that's the kind. I love it. I loved it so much I saved it. I saved all of those like really ridiculous ones like that. But I don't ever share the names of the person because I don't want anybody to go after them. But yeah, it's kind of funny and just interesting that January 6th is the day that that account was created. What is wrong with these people? They get so worked up, don't they? Okay, so let's get back here. I'm straying a bit too far at this point, but that was so much fun for me. I love when they tell me off like that. I do. I love when they tell me off like that. Oh man. As a woman of color, let me tell you guys, I haven't had it easy, okay? And then to think that some MAGA person, and you know, you can see the channels that they subscribe to. I'm not going to say the names of the channels, but just think of all of the big hater channels that pop up on your, those are the people that they usually subscribe to, and the body language expert, and the tarot person, the tarot readers or whatever. Well, the anti-Meghan tarot readers, I would imagine. Those are the people that they subscribe to. So the idea that that person or persons have contempt for royal Sussex, that is a real badge of honor for me. So thank you, anonymous person, you sick weirdo. Okay, so uh, okay, uh, these are some of the headlines right here. The one about Markle's seed, the neo-Nazi terror probe, and of course Prince Harry to marry a mulatto. Right? These are true headlines. These are some of the nasty things that have been said about our Duchess or the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Um, but in spite of all of the way that they have been mistreated, taxpayers to continue to fork out over £2 million per year, a year, for Prince Andrew's 24/7 protection. And that's not just his personal protection, that means the property where he lives will also receive that kind of protection. And wherever he travels, he's taken that protection with him. So even though the Sussexes haven't done anything to deserve the way they have been treated, they are still going to spend 2.7 million. I'm sorry, 2. What am I saying? 2 million. I'm looking at that 24/7. They're going to spend £2 million a year to protect Andrew, right? Thank you, Shirley. I hope you're enjoying Royal Sussex today. Okay, and so if you look at those headlines, I'm not going to read them out, but you guys may have seen these before. They have been targeted by some pretty evil people, the Sussexes, that is. And so, like for instance, one is really disturbing. White powder. I'm sorry, white powder letter sent to Meghan Markle treated as a R word hate crime, right? So if you guys are younger, you may not remember, but after 9/11, people sent oh, I forget the name of it, in the mail to make people sick. As a matter of fact, there was a postal worker who died because of that. But it was a toxin designed to kill. All you had to do was inhale it, and it was deadly. And so it's an issue that every high profile person has to deal with, which is why when Oprah had her studio in Chicago, you couldn't just drop things off. They would give you an address of a nearby facility, which was a clearinghouse for things that were sent to Oprah because she too faced quite a few threats. So, yeah, I was trying to avoid saying the name, but thank you guys. That one I do remember. Um, so moving on, and that's only because the algorithm is so weird about stuff like that. And if I say it, I have been having a lot of trouble with monetization lately. And it's like, I know they're going to monetize the video, but sometimes it takes a while for that to happen. So I try to avoid saying certain things. Like, I never use the other word, I just say pandemic in exchange for the other word. Okay, so UK is the only country a high profile family facing, I could say that, white supremacist threats are denied security, and royal family, and of course, Clarence House, government collaborating together to prevent required protection is royal family deliberately exposing mixed race kids and their mom to danger. I have to say that is likely true because if not, is there any other reason that you would protect that person, right? That person, this big vicious bowl of jello, you would protect him, but you won't protect that family? You won't. Oh, not their family. You won't protect the Sussex family, but you will protect him. Him, yellow teeth and all. That guy. Look. If he makes that face, he's his own protection. Nobody's gonna mess with him if he hypnotizes them with that face. He's quite safe. Trust me, he's quite safe. As long as he stays on the island, nobody's gonna bother him. But I don't get into that. He's the queen's son, and he requires and deserves protection. But I like to say, if I'm being as charitable about his need for protection, then please protect the Sussexes and their children. It's just so simple. And the people who refuse their protection or refuse to let Harry pay for their protection, those people don't care about any of them. They don't care about them. It's the same dark forces, as Harry said, that cost his mother her life. Those same dark forces. And when he says that, he knows what he's talking about. I'm just going to say it. I trust Harry. I trust his opinion. I trust his decisions. So far, he hasn't put a foot wrong. He has gotten everything consistently right from day one when they first met, all the way up until this very moment. He hasn't put a foot wrong. He has been the model of duty to his family. So they deserve the protection. It's a real shame that they are being left vulnerable because of some men in gray suits with some very vindictive natures, or whatever, or just plain hate, just plain hate in their hearts. Connie Bomber, thank you, Connie, for the super sticker. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you for being a member. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for being Connie Bomber. Oh man, I love saying that. Okay. Uh Ooh, Amelia. You think so? I mean, just because they're from South Africa, that doesn't mean. Okay, I see what you mean. I think I get what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay, let me see what's next. Oh, okay, okay. So we're gonna change gears a bit here. But let me just take a look at a couple of more of your comments before I move on, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. Oh, Joan Garcia, thank you so much for the super chat. Baron, now you can go back and get a little something at Costco's. Oh, Joan Garcia, thank you so much for that. You know what? They didn't have that wonton soup that I enjoyed so much. Oh, man. But you know what? I will take you up on that. I will go back to Costco's and I will find something that I like. I will. And it's going to be something that is not loaded with enough carbs to light up the whole Eastern seaboard, I promise. But thank you so much for that. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. And thank you for being a member. Okay, let's see. It's like Duchess Meghan is the only royal family member with these people. Everyone see this smear campaign going on. Mary H., I have been praying and praying and praying that somehow someone will break this barrier uh, to expose the truth. I just want the truth about how, as I watch Petal, right? And Petal brought up the point that someone mentioned is true. There is a $1 billion industry of hate against the Duchess of Sussex. And no one can doubt that because they are making money. And sadly, and this breaks my heart, even the American media companies, there are six you know, six multimedia companies in the United States that own all of the information that we consume through television and some newspapers and magazines and publishing companies and such, like Simon and Schuster, I think is CBS, the publishing company Simon and Schuster. Then they also have radio stations. So the big six, they control this. And that big six are the ones that allow these snide um, comments every time. What makes me angry is when they talk about the Sussexes like they're a couple of children that are misbehaving. I hate that. I hate that tone. I hate that tone. Well, um, and now Harry and Meghan, it's just so sarcastic. Okay, and about Harry and Meghan, like they're children that are misbehaving or something. These are two very intelligent, hardworking adult people that just happen to fall in love and just happen to support so many of the same causes. And if the world would just leave them alone, imagine how much more they could flourish and how much more or how many more people they could help if they were just given room to flourish. But because there's so much money attached to it, which Harry said a long time ago, they're not going to leave her alone. And if they won't leave her alone, then I want them to make as much money as they possibly can. And if there's any product that I could promote, if there's anything that I can buy, if there's a book that I probably won't even read, like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't used the cookbook yet, but I bought the cookbook. I bought the cookbook because of the Duchess of Sussex. Now, one of these days, I'm going to make that green rice. I don't know when, but I love, various types of food, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. But until then, I have the book proudly displayed in my living room. So I'm going to keep doing stuff like that so that they can become as successful as possible because they deserve it. And by me supporting them, they are supporting so many people, and we can keep that going. That's the whole point. We can keep that going. So, yes, like so many people in the squad, I'm going to keep supporting them to make sure that they become billionaires in their lifetime. That's important to me. I'd rather help them than to help a lot of other people I can think of. So, there you have it. Thank you for your comment, by the way. I shudder when I think of the Queen's private secretary quietly, along with some royals from Hale, plan and execute the removal of Harry's security. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? And for what reason? It's not like you're paying for it. They're not paying. He's not as an individual paying for it. It's his birthright. It's his birthright. I don't care who's in the White House. Well, let me put this right. I don't care if whoever makes it to the White House gets everything that comes with being in the White House. The security, the state dinners, the tennis court, whatever comes with that job, then have it. But the person that I vote for, I want them to have the same comforts and conveniences along with their family, and I don't want anyone to question it. And which is why I get so frustrated with the Daily Fail when they try to point out everything that the Bidens are doing. There is no scenario where the Bidens are ever going to spend as much money as the Trump spent over that time. Oh, hold on, you guys. You know what? Let me put this video on. I want to show you something. Let me see. There it is.
Senator Josh Hawley also had to flee. Earlier that afternoon, before the joint session started, he walked across the east front of the Capitol. As you can see in this photo, He raised his fist in solidarity with the protesters already amassing at the security gates. We spoke with a Capitol Police officer who was out there at the time. She told us that Senator Hawley's gesture riled up the crowd, and it bothered her greatly because he was doing it in a safe space, protected by the officers and the barriers. Later that day, Senator Hawley fled after those protesters he helped to rile up stormed the Capitol. See for yourself.
Now, you see that? You see that? I want Josh Hawley to have whatever comes with being the United States Senator. I want him to have open, polished hallways to run. I want him to have access to the Senate cafeteria, the executive Senate restroom. I wasn't sure how I was going to work that into the conversation today, but I just had to do that. I thought that was so funny. I just had to work that into the conversation. Um, I don't care. I don't care when people are given access to things that comes with that office. Although I would rather someone is fairly elected as opposed to getting the ultimate come up just because of their uh, accident of birth. But when that does happen, just make sure that when, let's say, a person of color comes along, that everything doesn't all of a sudden change. You know, equal protection under the law, et cetera, et cetera. Let's just make sure those things don't all of a sudden change. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, let me put the sound up again. Okay, I couldn't resist. All right, thank you so much, Minerva. I love that name, Minerva Martin. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Friday to you. And Jill Woodcock has a super chat. Great job defending our faves lately. Absolutely, absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way because I get a chance to tell the truth and to help tell their truth. So I'm so glad to have a platform where I can do that. And I thank you very much for participating. And thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, Iris Demonia says, I bought the cookbook, the story book, and waiting for Harry's book. Okay, I got the storybook, I got the cookbook, and I also purchased the drinks. Well, oh gosh, what do they call that? Oh, the Clever Blend. I have the Clever Blend. I got like all four flavors. Oh, my favorite is the Golden Blend, right? Also, don't get mad at me, Iris, but I also have the postage stamps. While I was in the UK, I couldn't rest until I found those postage stamps. So I also have the official Harry and Meghan postage stamps, which I think I'll share that with you later on, by the way. Let me grab that photo, and later I will share that with you. Uh, Let me see if I can find that. If I can find it really fast, I'll share it. But hmm, uh, nope, sorry, I don't think I'll be able to find it. Oh man, I wish I could. Maybe if I put postage. I'm very good about labeling stuff, but that one I think I did not label well. But anyway, I do have them, and so that's part of my collection of Harry and Meghan stuff. So yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna get the book, of course. Now that one, I gotta read it. I gotta read it. I think I'm gonna get like the hardcover, and I'm also gonna get the electronic one. At least that's my plan so far. All right, so thank you, Iris, for your comment. Audrey Teschner says, oh, that's for someone else. Okay, let me get rid of Josh. And I'm going to look at a couple more comments and then we're going to move on. Let's see. Do not worry, squatties. There is a beginning and end to everything. The tabloids will get bankrupt soon. God is great. Oh, Anaya, thank you so much for saying that. And I pray that that's the case. I pray that that's the case. I pray that they will become exhausted of money. I also pray that there's like some big class action suit. The only thing that I think will totally like bring them down is a class action suit. It needs to be a bunch of people that are brave enough to come out and really drag them into the courts. Why should they become billionaires? Why should oh gosh, is this a troll? Let me see. I think it is. Yuck. Let me see. Oh man. Well, you know what? It was nice knowing you while you were here. But I'm sorry, you gotta go. You got to go, bruh. You gotta go. It was nice knowing you while you were here. Okay. Oh, it looks like somebody got to him first. Good. I want them to to become billionaires. That's why I want that for them. I promise you, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it possible. They deserve it. Okay. Good point. Okay, that's not for me. Uh, Let me see, Baron. I am sure if there is a way you could prove that Charles is not Harry's father, they would. Not that it would make any difference, as Harry is self-sufficient and financially independent. Um, I'm not sure I get that one. I'm not sure I get that one. But okay, is it a full moon? I think what I'm gonna have to do is do what I did last time, and this way we can eliminate some of this weirdness because I can see the trolls. You guys are just upset because of Sussex. You know that thumbnail. I think anytime I do a thumbnail like that, it brings out the crazy. It brings out the crazy. And if you're not a troll, I do apologize, but it is just seeming very that way right now. So let me do this, and then we can rid ourselves of the trolls for now. Okay. All right. Here comes a little troll spray. All right. So duration 1 month. Let's do that. That should help improve things. Okay. All right, sorry you guys. You know what? I probably should have done that at the beginning and I didn't do it, but there we go. So that will take care of the trolls. Okay, are you guys satisfied, Rangers? Are you satisfied? You have been kicked off the island. You are the weakest link. You are the weakest link, the weakest. Okay. All right. There we go. Honesty Lover says, of course, Joan, crying themselves an ocean of lament. Oh, let me get rid of Josh, for gosh sakes. Okay. Lamentations won't even help them. The Sussexes are much more blessed, better, best, and triumphing more now than ever. Absolutely, honesty, lover. Okay. Okay, I just turned it on. Just turned it on. Got it. Just turned it on. All right. All right. So, oh, let me do this because we're going to change gears. We're going to change gears. Might get a little messy. There we go. Kate Middleton allegedly having breakdown over face down with Meghan Markle, Royal Gossip says. Now, that was May the 21st. Gossip is just that, just gossip. I don't necessarily believe everything that they say, right? But this is the thing. She is having a bit of a breakdown, and it's not the first time. Like when I saw the famous, spaced out black cab image, I said, "Wow, I've seen that look before." And there it is. And by the way, on the right side, she's the one in the background. That's Kate. You can see that things are wearing down on her. Either that or she has reverted back to her old ways. I mean, there's the black cab look on the left side, and then that is present day Katie, right? And then here, Charles Spencer breaks silence as BBC apologizes to Tiggy Legs Burke for Princess Diana's panorama interview. Um, who cares? Next. And then there's this. I mean, Twitter has been busy. Mama, why you made that lady cry? Because it should be me, not her. Baby, when I tell you that Twitter has become we kind of thought that there may have been that Kate may have been pining for um, our Duke of Sussex over the years because he's like the only man in the family that treated her with respect. And to thank him for the respect that she has received from him over the years, what happened? As soon as he meets someone that he loves, she drove him, and well, allegedly, she and the rest of the people drove them out the country. So, and then there's this. Okay, let's get into this. Palace Insider blasts nonsense claims that Camilla joked how Harry and Meghan's unborn baby would have a ginger afro. As Duchess of Cornwall is dragged into royal race row over bombshell biography. Okay. Fine. They say that it's not true. But given the Duchess of Cornwall's petty nature, take a look there on the right side. Remember Fartgate? You guys remember Fartgate when they said that the Duchess of Cornwall went all around and about and everything and could not stop telling everybody how Joe Biden farted. It was Joe Bart. Wait a minute, Joe Barton. Joe, Joe Biden farted. Joe Biden farted. Guess what? Did y'all hear they said she wouldn't stop talking about it. Everybody who said hello to her, she would answer, "Did you know that Joe Biden farted? Did I tell you he farted?" It was all over the place. No pun intended. But the thing is, the palace did not bother to deny that. But this one, they are leaking information saying that she didn't say anything about the afro. But when it came to the fart, they didn't care who heard it. No pun intended. It was, something that they said that she was obsessed with was someone farting in her presence. And she thought it was a big joke. See? This was at the G7, whatever it was, but the palace did not say anything. They didn't have a comment about it. They only have comments about things that they don't want you to know, okay? Or they want to deny. And contrary to popular belief, oh, they don't explain or complain. They do it all the time, but they pick and choose. As the Duchess of Sussex said, they were more than willing to lie to protect other members of the family, but they wouldn't tell the truth to protect me and my husband. Right? And that's a constant with them. But they will lie. So that was Fartgate. Um, Did I just make up something? Fartgate. Let me see. Okay, she needs to worry more about her muzzle than Archie's ginger fro. Oh man, Archie's gonna have some beautiful, beautiful hair. Both of the kids, their hair is gonna be amazing. I know it is. Let's see. Kate was in love with Harry. She is still in love with Harry because, as you say, Harry was there for her when William was not. He was busy with roses elsewhere when she was with Harry more than William. Harry showed her a certain amount of humanity that was pretty much non existent in that family for her. So, oh man. As a matter of fact, do I have an example of that? Do I have an example? Let me think about that for a second. Do I have an example? Let me check. Just in case, just in case I have an example of that humanity. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know what it was from yesterday. Yesterday's slide. I can show you on yesterday's slide. Okay. So today is 22nd. Yesterday was 21st. Was it 21st number 1 or 2? Let's try number 2. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can find that from yesterday. Oh yes, there it is right there. Thank you so much, Berta Sanchez. Take a look here. So this is William stepping off of a private jet going to visit the Crown Prince. Is it Sweden or Norway? Okay. Yeah, it was Norway. And there he steps off the plane. She's pregnant. And look at where he is and look at where she is. This looks just like at Westminster Abbey recently, right? And so there you have it here where the crown prince is walking behind his wife to make sure that she doesn't fall. Whereas William, look at the space between them. Look at the space. Now they're on vacation. Protocol should not exist under these circumstances. And again, you can see the genuine affection between the two of them compared to the Cambridges, where there is a complete absence of affection, public or private. So, yeah, Harry was just way more thoughtful, way more thoughtful. And also, don't let me forget this Crown Prince Hacken, whatever you ever said his name, Hacken, he just turned 49. He just turned 49. Okay, take that away. All right, so let's get on with this one then. Jasmine Datiwala says, I see that the royal contact, I'm sorry, oh, let me try it again. I see that the royal contract with the media is still working, and the Mail Online deleted their Camilla story where she was supposedly quoted joking, saying how funny it would be if Harry and Meghan's child had a ginger afro, right? And so let me see if I can bring that up so you could actually. Well, it is lost in my graphics there. But let me find a bigger one so I can take a look at that. I can take a look at it. Do I have it elsewhere? Let me see. Oh, I reckon I don't. Or do I? Nope. I'm just going to have to try to make do with this one. So I'll do this so I can see. Oh, there it is. All right. To those saying it's a statement about both parents' hair, a basic statement, truth, but statement of truth is the implication that is funny that makes it the R word and mean. Um, if that's too small for me. If she thinks this is funny, it says a lot about her views on black people and people with ginger hair. To her, it probably seems like an innocent question, but is steeped in ridicule and what's deemed acceptable and normal. It would be funny if the unborn child had a ginger afro hair. I'm old enough to have been a child when she had her affair with Prince Charles, rocking not just the nation, but breaking up the royal family. And I know affairs happen and feelings and emotions are human, but she doesn't have to come across as being a very kind person with integrity. For our future queen role, she is not very self aware. I'm sure Princess Diana called her Rottweiler. I don't remember Princess Diana referring to her as the Rott. Is that true? That Princess Diana referred to her as a Rottweiler? I don't remember that. Let me see. I'm not sure that happened, but let me see if I can find something on Twitter. Okay, I remember she did call her. Yes, she did call her the Rottweiler. Oh man. Okay, William and Kate are upset that Prince Harry said no to being their stooge and left. Now they have to work, and we know how lazy they are. Yes, they have been. Even some of the people that are hating on the Sussexes, they were some of the first ones to refer to them as lazy Katie, Doolittle Duchess, work shy Will, and all of those things. But now all of a sudden, we're led to believe that these are two of the hardest working members of the royal family that there has ever been. Thank you for your comment, Beaton Pal. Okay, so the Duchess of Cornwall opens the Daily Mail Chalk Valley History Festival. And there she is with Lord Nappyhead. This is why she's getting such good press, and this is why there's pushback to this idea about the ginger fro, is because you know what, and I don't even think that that's probably the worst thing that she could have ever said or done, obviously, because she's done a lot of terrible things. It wasn't even that terrible, but since they are trending to make her a viable queen consort, it is necessary that any little thing that looks negative, that there's brushback for it, that there's a pushback. And so they tried to delete this story where she said, Ginger Afro, where she was quoted rather, and the squad, of course, always keeps receipts. The squad remembers. So Lord Nappyhead's attempts to help his friend, allegedly, possibly, and most likely, is a complete failure because the squad will you know how they used to say, because Petridge Farms remembers. Well, the Sussex squad remembers. We remember. We keep our receipts. And so whatever they try to do to try to change the topic, or and they do go back and delete stuff. And that's why I said to you guys, whenever you got a chance to screenshot something, do it. If you think it's going to be necessary, vital, or important, screenshot it and save it. Because if you don't, trust me, they will try to do whatever they can to get rid of it. I mean, I have a prime example of that where they tried to rewrite history. And I looked at the picture and I said, wait a minute. I said, what the what? I said, that's not right. That's not the actual photo. I saved the actual photo and they're trying to pull the okey doke, right? So as soon as I saw the photo, the first thing I did was I went to my vast archive of things that I thought was important at the time. And lo and behold, I was absolutely right. The thing is, they had forgot to airbrush. They had forgot to use the airbrush, but I didn't forget to save it. Okay. So let me do this and I'll show you exactly what I'm referring to. But yeah, they tried it. They tried it, but I made sure that I kept my receipt. As a matter of fact, some of you all may remember me showing this to you before, but I'll share it again because that's just how I am, especially if it's kind of petty and if it's kind of petty and slightly spiteful, of course I saved it. Okay, let me see if I have it here. Oh man. Oh, did it come up? Let's see. That's okay, that's number one. Oh, come on, slide. Where are you? There's one. No, it did not come up yet. Hold on a second. But yeah. All right, let me see. Oh man, this thing is tripping again today. Hold on. This is the same thing that happened yesterday. I try to open up something else. And all right, so again, you guys may hear a slight echo, but all right. The important thing is I know how to get around it now. So here we go. Here comes the echo. All right, today I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Using StreamYard is like driving an old car. Once it starts making sense, then you probably have had the car too long. That's what this reminds me of. If you've had like an old beater for your first car, then you know what I'm talking about. Stuff like opening up the door once the door jams and it's not working and stuff like that. You are the only person who can start the car or maybe able to get in and out of the car, or you have to shake this in order to make that work. That's what StreamYard is like sometimes. It's like driving an old car. And look at that, just as I said it, exactly what I thought. If I log out and log back in, everything works just fine. This is how I know how to do this. This is how I know how to do it is because I've had enough old cars in my life. And oh man, I've had enough old cars in my life, and I just had to do all of that just to share this with you. All right, so take a look at it. This is the original photo. And then a couple of days later, they had another comment about that same event. Okay, check this out. Oh wait, that's the original. That's the replacement photo. Notice the airbrushing. See, not airbrushed, airbrushed, or should I say, invisible contract, no contract. And so when they said she was angry about this photo, and I saw that there was a story saying that she was angry about the photo, I said, wait a minute, that's not the photo. That's the photo. Woo! I said, that's not even the photo. How could they? I looked, I said, that's not the photo. Look at there. I said, no. I said, something told me to save this. Save it. So I saved it because little did I know they were going to try to pull the okey doke. That's not the photo. That's the photo. Look at how she's baring her bottom teeth like some kind of apex predator. Like she's gonna charge at you and grin you to death or something. Just like an apex predator. See that that snarl that she has? I said, that's not the photo. They tried it though. They tried it, but I said no. I knew instantly. I said, that's not the photo. And so when I looked, and I was just like, they switched the photos. Even the hair color is slightly, well, I guess the hair is about it's that same kind of muskrat color. But yeah, anyway, they tried it though. They tried it. But you have to get up pretty early in the morning to put one over on old Royal Sussex, that's for sure. Okay, so let me see here. All right, so I need to go. Actually, was I through with that slide? Oh, yeah, I know what it is. I was here. And then I was here. You've come a long way, baby. And I did that and that. All right, and we talked about this and that and that and that. And I was through with that slide. Okay, next slide. All right, changing gears a bit, you guys. We're going to change the gears. So hit it, Annie. Meet the Black women lawyers behind Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson historic confirmation. I love these photos. The photos are absolutely beautiful. The photos are beautiful. Whoever had this photo session, I love it. Essence went to the White House to speak with a group of Black women lawyers, integral in the confirmation of the first Black woman Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson. Well, these are the lawyers. There they are. As I said, the photos are beautiful. I love them. Absolutely beautiful. I love the way, you know, the light catches their skin and everything. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, all beautiful Black women. There they are. Those are the lawyers. So I'm going to try to make it a point to, oh, wrong one. Try to make it a point to put the article on the community tab. I hope I won't forget, but I just wanted to share that with you. These are the ladies behind the confirmation of Ketanji Brown Jackson. Very nice. Okay. All right. So here we go. So someone, a master of my faith, captain of my soul, I guess they're the ones who made this. I thought this was so funny. I thought it was so funny. Look at that. So they did like the face swap. tights, I want to swap back. And then you can see the original faces over there on the right side. That's the original faces. So you can, yeah, I thought it was really funny. Oh, man. Okay. So that's that. And then here. Okay, you guys, I'm going to give some much long overdue praise to Omid Scobie because Omid has really been a force for change and a force for good in terms of the Sussexes. Now, let me caution you guys, he is still a reporter. That first and foremost, he is a reporter, but he's been doing some good work lately. And so I just want to remind you by showing some receipts that I have saved that features Omid Scobie. Ceci Charles King says Barron cannot will get shafted for her selfish and throw rock hide hand self. She sowed the seeds. Leathery skin Rottweiler also drinks whiskey and smokes cigarettes. Oh man. Old Leatherface, huh? Camilla, Queen of the Desert. Okay, thank you so much for your comment. Anyway, so on the day, well, you can see the date right there, 3/7/21, 3/7/21. Now, there are two worlds that we live in. There is the world before the Oprah Winfrey interview, and then there is the world as we know it after the Oprah Winfrey interview. And so, as we were approaching Oprah, Omen Scobie actually posted this on his Twitter: popcorn, cell phone, tea, and a rescue inhaler. Oh, okay. And then there's this. Richard Eden took exception with Omid because Omid said, "Oh, good, another angry white guy writing about Meghan Markle." Well, when they had announced the book that was coming, um, Omid had posted this, and then Richard Eden had the nerves to follow up with, "There can be no clearer case of prejudice than judging an author not on his writing, but on the color of his skin." Richard Eden, come on, Dickie. You know what? I'm not going to say nothing, but we all know that the Duchess of Sussex, if nothing else, she has been judged again and again and again. Not just based on skin color, but ancestry and everything else. So, including exotic DNA and her seed and all that kind of stuff. So, Richard Eden is doing what a royal rodent does, so I pay him no attention. Okay, and then Omen says, "I don't understand this constant need to use op-eds about the Duchess of Cambridge's 40th birthday to sling mud at women that have nothing to do with her or her birthday. The language in this vile Sun article is sexist, hateful, and creepy." And unfortunately, it cuts off here, but the Duchess puts her husband first. It is something first question now. Anyway, I remember the article, and unfortunately, I'm so sorry I did not say well, I did not bring a better photo of it to share with you, but I do remember that particular article. And so, as you can see, as usual, with something like that, Omid was very quick to call out one of the journalists that decided to do some mudslinging at the Duchess of Sussex, and he's right. They did make the Duchess's birthday. Actually, they made Kate's birthday all about Meghan for some reason. And this particular reporter, what is that, Pontranella Wyatt? She used to date Boris Johnson, I believe. And there's another article she wrote. Harry should get a divorce and marry some hardy home county gals, which he should have done in the first place. In other words, he should have married somebody white. That is what Punchinella is trying to say. Another one of her comments: Meghan got everything she asked for the moment she arrived in this country. Now her U.S. celeb friends will say English racists have driven her away. They forgot that they are the real racists. We don't have the KKK here, over here, that is, she said, nor did we have segregation and lynching. Obviously, she needs to go back and read some history, because Punchinella Wyatt is either selectively stupid or just plain dumb, but she needs to go back and learn some more of history, because there's so many holes in that comment. But anyway, I'm just letting you know this is the kind of stuff that she's capable of. Why don't Jewish people just go out and destroy every Mercedes Benz they can find? Mercedes Benz supported Hitler and the Holocaust. At least blacks were never exterminated in gas chambers. That is Punchinella. That's the person with the creepy comments. So anyway, y'all, listen to me. This is why we keep receipts. This is why. So when I see something like this, I can quickly reference what that reporter has said in the past, right? And this is something that I learned from the other squad members, the other um, platform holders, the other people on Twitter. Save those receipts. And so when you see an article come up and you see her name attached to it, then you know exactly where she's coming from. Because at some point they try to clean up their act a little bit. Um, but when let me see, what did she say? The Duchess of Sussex, with her slippery, shiny pout, is a what is that? Concrete siren rising before her husband, her face powdered, her eyelashes dropping provocatively. I mean, this is a very childish, ignorant person, this Punchinella. Anyway, I'm done with her. So let me move on, because this is about Omen, not about this ignorant person. All right. Meghan's mouthpiece, Omen Scobie, put the boot in over Prince Andrew's. Journalist compares how Duke of York kept his title until the Queen hand was finally forced, with how Prince Harry was stripped of privilege after that M word that I don't like to use. Omen says the ring of protection around Prince Andrew was confusing. Claims threats to brand Windsor forced the institution's hand over the Duke. Says there was no sympathetic support behind the palace walls for Harry. Mr. Scobie works for Harper's Bazaar and co-wrote Finding Freedom biography. So I just want to remind you guys, and these are just a few things that I saved. I'm pretty sure there's more, but these are just a few things that I saved. Royal Family Live, Omid Scobie, twist knife into Queen over Andrew's row with Harry. Meghan Markle's ally, royal commentator Omid Scobie, appears to have twisted knife into the Queen over row about Prince Andrew's titles being removed, blah, 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 blah. There you go. Next. And then there's this. Prince Andrew, I guess this is what they were referring to. Prince Andrew was forced to become the 100% self-sufficient okay, one more time. Prince Harry was forced to become 100% self-sufficient and stepping back from his royal role. But Andrew thought, though a short list of honors worse off, will continue to luxuriate in nearly all of the trappings of royal life. Okay, so that's another one. Got a couple more. Stay with me. And then there's this. Below is an extract from the Royal Reporter pool copy filed to UK papers and whatever PA after he covered yesterday's royal visit, being the only journalist. Oh yeah, this is with Richard Palmer, is it? Palmer's sole job was to share reporting to outlets not present. There would be no royal beat without the pool system. Now, uh, Omid, Omid was very uh, determined to make sure that people didn't get this wrong, because Palmer uh, heard what he heard, what William said, and then he had to backtrack because it was embarrassing. Now, remember, this was just before the trip to the Caribbean, before that ridiculous. You remember when they lost half the Commonwealth? That trip. He said Britons were more used to seeing conflict in Africa and Asia. It's very alien to see this in Europe. We are all behind you, he said. But he added that he, like many others, like many, wanted to do more to help. We feel so useless, he said. Now, that was a quote from Prince William. And so they forced Palmer to change it, like he wasn't sure. Anyway, Omid was like, no, 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 no. This was what Omid tweeted. So there you go. I wonder what the hell palace organizers were thinking with some of yesterday's photo moments. The planning and recon that goes into every step of these engagements is next level. So, how did no one think to avoid certain imagery? This is why diversity on a team matters. And this, of course, was because of those images of William and Kate and the kids reaching through the gate and all that kind of stuff. Well, this is something that we have been saying in the squad for a long time. Diversity matters. And Omid was the only one that I know of as a royal reporter that called them out about that. Now, if you notice right here, this is the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, which, of course, as I remember in my childhood, I didn't see any black faces in that choir. And so when I look at this photo, I'm not disparaging the Mormons or the choir. I'm just reminding people that in the past, that's how it was. And that's where it should stay, in the past. Well, this is present day Kensington Palace, and I don't suppose anything has changed yet, except for that one person of color who washes the car and drive. He's the driver. He's the chauffeur. He's not even supposed to be there. They had to send somebody to send somebody to send somebody and show him how to get into Kensington Palace. They had to show him how to get into Kensington Palace. Yeah. Then you make a right. All right. And then you go down that long corridor. Right, 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 right. And then, all right, go up those steps, right? Okay. Then go left. And just when you think can't go any further left, then make a right. Then step down 2 steps and then go in that room. Right. And that's where all of the staff is taking a photo. Sorry, driver. We know you didn't ever know where it was. And this is your first time inside, and you can put your shoes back on when you leave. Please don't nick anything. We have cameras. Yeah, and so after the photo, then you can go back outside where you belong. We're done with you. That's kind of how he ended up in that photo. If not, that's just my weird imagination. But anyway, I digress. Oh man, that's shade, shade, shade. Okay. But he didn't know how to find that room. He wasn't never allowed in there. All right. Then there's this one. This is also the first year that all three royal households have shared their diversity employment stats. Buckingham Palace says they're up 8.5% to 9.6%. Clarence House is 10.6%, up from 8%. Kensington Palace, which last year refused to release figures, claimed 13.6%. So you can see there's always a little whiff of sarcasm and shade with Omid Scobie. So anyway, I just wanted to give him a little recognition of actually being as fair and as balanced as possible, and yet retaining the title of, royal reporter. And there he is with, I almost said Jackie Gleason. There he is with Robert Jobson. And to show you, that Good Morning America has a sense of humor, I don't know whose idea it was to put Robert Jobson on the outside of this image, but that was just cruel. Robert Jobson looks like eat or be eaten. And I just thought it was so funny that they put him next to slender, boyishly handsome Homer Scobie. And when you're on the outside of the image, it kind of stretches you out. Well, he ain't being stretched. That's Robert Jobson. So with that bit of shade, let's move on, shall we? They are just mad because they are using their brilliance for good, not evil. On a side note, has anyone besides special occasion seen pictures of Beatrice and Eugenie's children? No, I have not. I have not, and it's quite okay. Kids and Dora, yeah, it's quite okay. And thank you so much for your comment, because I think aside from the Cambridges, I don't think anybody wants to just push their kids in front of the camera like that constantly. Thank you so much, Legs, for the super chat. Does KP number include left-handed people? Oh man, something tells me that they are counting that driver at least 5 times. They're probably counting that driver at least 5 times. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you so much for your comments. I'm going to scroll back a bit. Oh, and by the way, Legs, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see. Anfu says segregation has always been part of that creepy royal family. Harry broke the taboo. We remember the young Duke of Gloucester when he fell in love with an Asian beautiful girl. Well, actually, she was Jewish and she happened to be living in Japan. She wasn't Asian, she was Jewish, and she happened to be living in Japan. And I remember that story, but I do believe she was of the Jewish faith, and she I forget why she was living in Japan at the time when they met, but yeah, she wasn't actually Japanese. But yeah, I do know of that story. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Hi, CP, and thank you for being a member. You can tell none of them have any ideas about opinions outside of posh white people. That's why Bauer thought it was okay to say that what he did about Archie. Hmm, that's a great point. Thank you. Basic of European history proves his lack of qualifications to be king. Yes, J Blocks, he is lacking in qualifications. If he had to take an aptitude test, he would fail miserably. Physically challenging tests, he'd probably fail. He's never been athletic. And of course, mentally, an IQ test or something like that, he'd probably fail miserably. Okay. All right, you guys, I am ready to move on to another topic. Hit it, Annie. Speaking of Annie, Anne will be on later. That is the Duchess of Success. And I'm sure she's going to have some really interesting stuff to say about the court case. So I think she comes on in like an hour. But double check your own YouTube channel. Don't listen to me because she may have changed the time. So anyway, I think she comes on. Well, not an hour. See, an hour and a half, about an hour and a half. So check yourself. But she should be on this afternoon. Okay. Ooh, and I hope Petal comes on later. Petal is so passionate about the way she prosecutes the case. Um, I love that. I told Petal, I said, you should be an attorney because Petal knows how to prosecute. I mean, I'm telling you, Petal could probably make a cop cry. She could probably make a cop cry. Annie and Joe says, I am sure there will be a day when the royal family will want Harry and Meghan back and will stop at nothing to have them. The lies are all coming out. Well, as you can see, that mistreatment of the Sussexes, I believe that cost them a lot with the Commonwealth. I think they're paying a very hefty price with the Commonwealth. And the bad thing about that is that if the Sussexes would have stayed, they would have been able to bring conversations to the fore with the Commonwealth in a way that would have been satisfactory to most, not everybody, but to most. But because of their short sightedness, the future of the Commonwealth seems to be in tatters, right? Oh, well. Anyway, that's not our problem, is it? Uh, okay. Let's move on then. Thank you so much for your comment. Oh, you know what? Now, see, I didn't see that. Now, somebody's got 7 months. Let me take. Now, see, it doesn't show up on the StreamYard. So when someone gets the 7 months, if I don't see it out the corner of my eye on my YouTube screen, then I missed that. I just realized that I missed those if it's not that's why I have to keep two screens open. Thank you so much for that, Connie. And Kathy G, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Thank you so much for that. And we love you too. Love the squad and Baron. Thank you so much for that. Why doesn't that show up on the StreamYard? I totally did not see that. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I told you StreamYard is like an old car. Some things just work and some things don't. All right. I'm scrolling through trying to see if I can find it on StreamYard and I do not see it. That is so weird. I don't like that. Then I miss out on stuff. Hi, Cookies and Cream. I didn't know you were here. Robert Jobson looks like a walking helium tank. Oh man, that is too funny. Yvonne Clark, how are you today? There's an article saying that the royal family was worried, had more interest in Harry, not William, on Facebook. Well, yes. Harry is just plain charismatic, popular, thoughtful. He's all those things. He's the ginger avenger. Okay, so you guys, let's see if I can get you guys out of here in the next 20 minutes. Let me move on. All right. UK retail sales fell again in June despite Queen's Jubilee celebration. Increase in food and drink sales not enough to offset overall impact of the cost of living crisis. We kind of knew that though, didn't we? There has been this long-standing idea that the royal family brings in tourists, right? Wrong. It's not enough to justify the huge expense of maintaining the royal family. A boost of food and drinks over the Queen's Jubilee weekend was not enough to prevent the cost of living crisis from pushing down retail sales last month. And over here on the right, it says, okay, it repeats that again. The Office of National Statistics, that's the ONS, said sales volumes dipped 0.1% in June after a 1.2% rise in food and drink sales failed to offset a slide in clothing as well as consumer reluctance to purchase furniture and other big ticket items. Petrol sales hit by a 20% increase in price, slumped by 4.3% in the further blow to the retail. A fall of 0.5% in May was revised down to 0.8% earlier this month. The British Retail Consortium Business Group said most retailers were experiencing a significant drop in sales despite the Jubilee weekend, which mainly benefited supermarket chains. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. People were off from work, and so people who otherwise would have ate from restaurants and stuff, just like during the pandemic, was turning to the supermarkets. So they had days off, bank holiday or two, which gave them more opportunities to eat at home. That's why. For this year's Jubilee in 2022, the UK government estimated a net loss of productivity of 2.3 billion pounds. Now that's a lot of money lost just to get a photo of the Cambridges looking like the Addams family. That photo of the Addams family reimagined cost 2.3 billion pounds. It only cost the British taxpayer 2.3 million pounds of lost productivity. I'm sorry, 2.3 billion pounds of lost productivity to get that lovely photo right there. That's how much that photo costs. A loss of productivity of 2.3 billion pounds. And they thought that the retail would offset the loss, but it didn't. Huh. Okay. And of course, there was this. I shared that with you guys earlier. Yep. And you know what? I think we're done. Yes, we're done. Done, done, done. Yes, we are done, you guys. Oh, so thank you. Yeah, that was it. That was all my slides. I thought I had more, but that was it. And it is 1 hour 45 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. So I will be looking for any last comments that you guys may have. And other than that, as per usual, I am going to send a big heap of love to our faves. That, of course, is our Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana, and our Queen of Everything, Queen Doria. All right, Doria. You know how much we love you, Doria. Okay, Lorna Williams says, this is what happens when you expect struggling people to celebrate the Jubilee when you have to decide between food, rent, heat, and spending money on Jubilee. Guess what wins? Of course, life's necessities will win all the time. Let me see if I had another video to share. Oh, I did. I did. Don't go anywhere, y'all. Here's the other video. Okay, so I froze that right there so you can see. It was great to see new Invictus community member Columbia fly the Invictus Games flag yesterday. And if you look in the background there it is. That's the Invictus flag to the background and on the right side. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you very much for coming. If you have to get out of here, please have a productive day. and also enjoy the rest of your weekend. I am going to look for a last comment, and then I am going to venture us out of here. I know, I love that, right? I love that. Welcome, Columbia, to the Invictus Games. And per usual, thank you, Mod Squad, for keeping this a safe space. And I did notice that I haven't seen Lydia Washington, Anastasia Isabella. Um, was Church Nelly here? Oh, wow. Is this a revolt? Let me see. Cookies and Cream is here. And okay, Church Nelly is here. Anastasia. Hi, Anastasia. I didn't say hi to you today. I thought I had lost my mods. I've already lost my mind, but I don't want to lose my mods. Oh, and I'll tell you something else I noticed. Morale hasn't been talking about the Sussexes lately. Missed that. Oh, and by the way, someone sent me a PayPal. Thank you so much for that. I did receive it. I won't say the name in case you use something different online, but yes, initials T and T. Thank you so much for that, T and T. Very much appreciated. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so I did notice that. That's a good question. That is a good question. What has she done? What has she done? What has she done for me lately? All right, so long, Dari Wiley. So long. Thank you, Georgia Walker. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Georgia Walker. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. So it is lunchtime for me, and I am going to, and I made a thumbnail, so I don't have that to do. Although I don't really like it, I may do it over. But I made some grilled salmon yesterday. Remember the aunt that I told you had brought me some of those pot stickers? You just thaw them and you can steam them or fry them or whatever. Well, she loves QVC, and because she loves QVC and she loves me, she brought me some salmon fillets. Well, not the big salmon fillet, but but anyway, she a little salmon in the vacuum pack. Well, yesterday I grilled salmon with chopped garlic, butter, some lemon pepper seasoning, and olive oil. Now, the best part about it, that served on a bed of rice was heaven. But what's really great is that I made two of them. So that's what I'm going to have for lunch. I'm just going to heat and eat the other one. It was divine. I'm like, come on, Baron. I didn't know you could cook like that. Well, yes, I did. And it was delicious. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Oh, you love QVC too? Right? Right? QVC. Okay, so that's our last word of the day. Thank you so much, Gloria. I was looking for that. The last word of the day. May God bless you all. Be safe, be well. Bye-bye. Thank you, Gloria. You just saved me a whole lot of work. And thank you for being a member. You're a member, a subscriber and a member. Thank you so much for that. Oh, I'm sorry, Doris. Well, I won't say anything else about that light and flaky, delicious salmon. Oh, marinade with that lemon pepper gave it just the right spicy, zesty flavor on a bed of jasmine rice. And then you just drizzle ever so little bit of that butter. I use that Irish butter. That is so good. That's the best butter. And olive oil so that I don't feel guilty about the butter. And then I drizzled that on the rice, and then I just broke the fork into the rice and anyway, I gotta go, y'all, because I got that little salmon in there waiting for me to heat perfectly so that I can have it for lunch today. Hi, Deborah. You're off from work today, aren't you? Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. All right, we're good. Yeah, and you know everything tastes better the next day, just like gumbo. Gumbo always tastes better the next day. Ooh, somebody was found guilty of contempt of Congress. Love that. Okay, love you guys. I'm out of here. Cue Ginger Avenger. And then I'm going to go and eat that salmon that I made last night with that delicious butter and olive oil drizzling on that jasmine rice. Oh, really? Really, you say? Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh. Let me make sure I'm in the right key. I got to make sure I'm in the right key. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Trenchtown Man was singing his song.
That's Prince. Trenchtown $145 billion. That's what Trench.
Sang that song in Trenchtown all day long.
That's Prince.
Do da do da day. Trenchtown Man was singing his
Prince.
Hey Prince, hey Prince. Oh man, I love Trenchtown Man. Thank you for the wonderful suggestion, Connie Bomber. Ooh, what is that on the menu? All of a sudden, my turkey taco spaghetti don't sound so good. Thanks for. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Kathy. It's just a delicious salmon fillet with a bed of jasmine rice and butter and olive oil garnishing that delicious bed of jasmine rice. That's all. The bad thing is that my aunt only sent the 2 patties. Anyway, we gotta go, y'all. All right, thank you so much, you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. Q. Oh, I almost hit end thing. Q. The Ginger Avenger. There we go. All right, and thank you, Prince Harry, for showing us how to love and protect our families. Um, he inspires me with that, and of course, anybody that reminds me of my own father must be a pretty nice guy. So, um, kudos to Prince Harry. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Okay. All right, Connie Bomber says, by Scotties, may you be blessed and protected. Amen. I'll say amen to that. So long, Joan Garcia. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let me see. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you, CP. All right. All right. It's been great. Thank you so much. Make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. All right. You guys have been great. I'll see you next time. And don't forget to catch Duchess of Success.